So right now I'm here with,
Paul Ash.
and what do you do?
I'm president of the Chartered Institutes of Management Accountants and the chair of the Association of AICPA and CIMA.
That's amazing. And what do you think about SME for Labour?
I think it's a wonderful initiative, and SMEs are so important to this country, and indeed they represent over 90% of our economy. And we as accountants are at the centre of all of that, at the centre of businesses, and we're making changes. And I'm going to speak to you in acronyms tonight. I'm going to talk to you about ESG, I'm going to talk to you about DEI, and I'm going to talk to you about AI. And so my themes as president of CIMA this year are to really bring ESG, environment, societal and governance issues to the fore, as well as DEI, diversity, equality and inclusion. And SME for Labour, I know, stands for all of that. So there's a lot of synergy there. So I'm delighted to be here to speak to so many people that are on the same page as this. And what I say at many of these events, and to all of our members, of which we've got over 120,000 here in the UK, is that we're at the centre of the business. We're at the centre of making changes for good in the business. And here's the thing, investors now are not so interested in how much money you make, but how you've made that money. And we're here as management accountants to tell people and inform people and regulate companies in terms of how they make their money. And that's what ESG and DEI are all about. Now I'm going to come on to artificial intelligence, AI. We have a big challenge with AI as accountants. We need to be in control of the data. With artificial intelligence, which is run by algorithms, we as accountants need to be on top of that. We need to be able to trust the numbers so that the numbers that we publish for corporates, to investors, to the world at large, we know that they're accurate. And that's a huge challenge for us in the world of robotics and AI. But we're on top of that and we're working on that.
Honestly, I was going to ask you what those mean, and you just said everything that I was going to ask you, so I don't know what else to ask you right now. What should I ask you?
You can ask me anything.
And what do you think the future of small businesses are in Britain?
What do I think are the, sorry?
What do you think about the future is? What do you think the future is for small businesses in Britain?
What do I think of how can we get more small businesses in Britain? Well, we need to provide the incentives, clearly. We need to have a good fiscal tax regime to encourage business. We need to encourage people from all parts of our society as well. From people that have not thought that they could go and start and run their own business. I think that's very, very important. Anybody can go and start their own business. And people tend to think of business as people in suits and ties and jackets and smartly dressed guys.
I can be in business.
Like we are tonight, exactly. But you know what? Many of my customers in my business are farmers.
Really?
You never see them in a suit. And they're growers. And my own personal business services the farming sector. So the farming sector is a broad spectrum of businesses that look at the top level like corporates, and at the small level look like sort of small cottage gardens. So yes, I think everybody can go out there and start their business in a small way and then build it and grow it.
You're amazing. Thank you so much for talking to us. I hope you have an amazing night. See you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.